Starting. Okay. Hopefully that's working. All right. Okay. I really don't know how many people are going to be here because this is like our other channel. It's not our main channel. This is more for vlogs on the Webtoon. So let's see. Okay. Let me know. Crystal Sings is here. Hi! I think you're the very first person. Weapon G. Yes. Okay, people, I recognize. Hi, guys. I really don't know how many people are going to be here for this one because this is like less of an audience. But have you seen the new Nicholalala episode? Because that just went up like half an hour ago. So I'm curious what people think about it. I've been reading the comments on the app here, and people are upset. I mean, good upset though, because it was a sad episode. So yeah. Alright, so let me know if you have any questions about the Webtoon or anything like that. Alright, Crystal is going to be right back. She hasn't seen it yet, so go have a look. You can see it on the Webtoon app or on a browser. So yeah, so let me know what you think. That episode was a little bit difficult to write because it's a breakup, and I used breakup lines that have been said to me in real life. So yeah, Rosie is here. Hi. Okay, this is a much smaller crowd than on our main channel, and it might be interesting because there'll be people that know almost everything about me because they follow the My Korean Husband YouTube and blog, and then there's going to be people who just know the Webtoon, so they actually don't know that much about me or what I do and that type of stuff. So please ask me some questions. It's just me. Hugh is out, my husband's out in the other room watching the news or something, because apparently President Park in Korea is making a statement at the moment. I did not mean to schedule my live stream the same time that the president is doing a press conference, but yes, that's how it happened. I think everybody's watching the president maybe. But he's already like angry. I can hear him in the other room being like, she said she did nothing wrong. Anyway, that's enough of Korean politics. I don't want to talk about Korean politics at the moment. Rahel, is that how you say your name? Hello. Okay, we're getting some more people just trickling in. So ask me any questions about the Webtoon or anything really, because I'm the only one here, so I have to like fill the space. Hi, Steph Kelly. Hi. Where is everybody from? Okay, let me know where you are from and what time it is where you are. So it's about 2:37 here in Seoul in South Korea. So let me know. Let me see your comments here. I will scroll down a little bit here. Okay. Yeah, Crystal Singh says June is a mean ordinary boy. I was planning that from the beginning, so it was quite funny reading people's comments being like, oh, he's like, you know, like he's a demon or he's a ghost hunter and he's gonna do something like that, and the whole time I knew it was just going to be realistic, that he's an ordinary boy. Okay, so Steph Kelly, it's Melbourne and it's 4:37. How is the weather in Melbourne? Because I know Melbourne weather can change in a day like that. Yes. Okay, Dora said, hi, haven't had the chance to read your Webtoon. Is it on a certain app? I'm from California and it's at night. Okay, so you can just go to webtoons.com, and mine is in the Slice of Life one, but there is an app you can download just called Webtoons, I think. So you can see here, it's an app like that. It's got all the other Webtoons on it there, and mine is on it. So you can read them all on your phone like this. So yeah, so you don't just have to see it like on a browser, like, you know, on your laptop. You can all have it on your phone as well, and it's really convenient to, like, there's so many good Webtoons on here. I'm so honored to be like on this platform because there's so many good ones. Yes. Oh, Florida. Oh, it's 12:37 a.m. I'm really sorry about the time difference, because I know a lot of like the audience is American, and the time we do stuff is like in the afternoon, but it's like late at night for you guys. Yeah. Oh, New York State. I'm a huge fan of your webtoon. It makes me smile. Thank you so much. Do I speak Korean? I speak a little bit of Korean, so I'm learning, of course, but I'm very slow, very slow at learning. So I just have sort of basic Korean, like basic conversations with people, but I understand a lot more because I'm hearing it all day, and of course my husband's Korean and he's talking, like he's speaking it all the time, but it's like I can understand so much, but then my mouth won't say what I want to say. Alright. Hi guys. Monica, Melon Bar Monster. Furrenty. I'm so sorry if I'm saying these wrong. So if you guys haven't seen the latest episode of Nicholalala, go check that out. Come back and let me know what you think. So yeah. Oh, Crystal Singh says, I'm used to this sort of time difference. I often talk to my family in the Philippines around this time. Oh, the Philippines. That's really cool. Hugh really likes going to the Philippines, but I have yet to be in there. Hi from Seattle, USA. Okay, is the last episode issue of the story arc. There's going to be one or two more episodes in this little mini story. Like, I don't want to just cut it off where it is, so there's going to be some wrapping up here. How did you choose the style that your webtoons are drawn in? It's really just what naturally comes out of my hand, like, in my brain. Actually, you don't particularly love my style. Like, sometimes I'll be like, I really like this art style, I want to try this art style, and then it comes out like that. Yeah. Have you done any more acting? So exciting. Not really, except for that little bit of Korean TV stuff, and I'm just playing myself and walking around Seoul, and I had to do a little bit of acting in Korean, which was so stressful, but it's really just like playing myself. I haven't done anything that was like playing a character. Yeah. Oh, Katie says, big fan. I'm an art major at University of Southern California. Your art is so cute. Thank you. I like your drawing style. Thank you. Comics is such a new thing for me because I did traditional art, and I went to a very traditional art school in Sydney that's, you know, been around for like 100 and something years, and they still had the easels that were like, you know, like really famous artists had used them. But I didn't learn stuff about like cartooning or digital art. This was back a long time ago, so digital art wasn't really a thing, and I wish I could go back to like do university and do art like that and learn all that stuff, because I feel like as an artist that's a lot older than a lot of young artists these days, I'm just constantly trying to catch up with digital art. Digital art is still a new thing for me. I'm not that good at it, so yeah. Hi Nicola, I'm from Bakersfield, California. Awesome. What is the weather like in California? And tell me, because I always hear people in LA talking about, oh, the weather is always really nice in LA, but California is like quite long like that. So how does the weather like vary up and down? It's like when people ask what the weather's like in Australia, and it's like it could be any temperature depending on where you are in Australia. Okay. I've been looking for vacation packages for Seoul, South Korea in general, and haven't had much luck. Do you have any suggestions? I'd love to stay for at least 2 weeks. Oh, I'm really not sure about what good packages there are for South Korea, because even when I didn't live here, I was always coming, you know, with my husband. So I'm sorry, I actually really don't know, but I think South Korea is a place where you can just come, and then there's so many like tourist information places that will help you out and plan like once you get here. So I don't know if you need to do it as a package like that. Yeah, so Crystal says it seems like for the last 10 years or even less, digital media has evolved in like official classes of doing. Yes, so when back in, this is going to show how old I am, so maybe 2003, there really was nothing like this to learn digital art like that. And now people just grow up with a, you know, tablet, and they're just doing it, and they can do all this amazing stuff, and I'm like, I can't do that yet. I'm very, very slowly learning how to do it. Yeah. Oh, it's cold in Northern California, rainy. Okay. What kind of things always inspire your storylines? Do you have a favorite story that would give us a peek into your storytelling ideas? Okay, so I'm in Seoul at the moment. So my husband and I moved to Seoul about 6 months ago, but we still go back to the countryside, and that's where his parents are. So I spent 2 years in the Korean countryside, and while I was there, I would hear all of the folklore, and I would research a lot of stuff myself. So much of that being in the Korean countryside like inspired my stories and gave me different ideas, and also some mythology from like Western mythology as well. Yeah, like a lot of stuff like that. And also some things were literal things that would happen in real life. So an incident would happen in real life, and then I would take that and extend it and exaggerate it and then add more folklore stuff. So these days there's a lot of stuff that's just completely fictional on the webtoon, but in the beginning there was a lot of stuff like this was a real thing that happened, and the folklore is like real stuff, in the village and the countryside. What do Hugh's parents think of your webtoons? They're really, really proud, and they're really proud because I get like a proper salary, a proper wage from webtoons, but they don't understand it that much. They don't even have a computer. Like they can't use the internet, so they have a vague understanding of what I do, and I know I work really hard on it. And they're proud of me, but they very, very Korean countryside can't use the internet. Yeah. So the sock monster is real. Yes, I am still battling with the sock monster. Like last night, I had 4 pairs of different types of pink socks, so none of them matched. And I went out to my husband and I'm like, look at this. They're all pink, but they don't match. They're all missing a partner. So the sock monster is definitely here in Seoul with me. Crystal Singh says, I like the sock monster. I think he's been visiting my house lately. Yes. Do you have a favorite Korean folklore story? Favorite. I don't know, but I will tell you part of the reason why I made the Guishin how she is because that type of imagery for Koreans is very, very scary. So she's wearing like a white hanbok, which is like the funeral hanbok, right? Like Korean traditional clothing, what they have, when they're buried and that. And her hair is long and in her face, and that's very, very scary imagery for Koreans. So if you look up Korean horror movies, you see this type of ghost all the time. And yes, it's scary, but I never had that sort of like intense instinctive reaction to that because I did not grow up in this culture. I did not grow up where that was absolutely terrifying for me. So that's how her character came about, that if I did see one of these ghosts, what would my reaction be? Would I be a little bit more blasé about it? And her character came about like that, because for me she's not as scary. And I thought, those type of ghosts are young girls that never married and never had a lover or anything like that, and they die and they miss out on so much in their life. So I thought there's so much personality to explore there. Yeah. I want to cuddle the sock monster. It's so cute. I know, I'd love to have, like, long term, I'd love to have, like, toys made of these characters, because I just think, like, the sock monster and that would be really, really cute. And the Dokkaebi as well would be so cute as, like, stuffed animals like that. Do you have any artists that inspire you? And your makeup is always amazing. Thank you. I feel like I'm getting better at my makeup now. Like when I was a teenager, when I was young, we didn't have YouTube tutorials of like how to do makeup, but like these days I like watch all the beauty bloggers and do it. Yeah. Merch, yes. maybe one day. Yeah. Okay, so Rosie's going. Good night. Okay, did the ghost girl ever remember her name? Don't know if she's done it already. Love the webtoons. No, she does not know her name. So people ask this sometimes, and she actually doesn't know how she died, and she doesn't know what her name is, and that leaves it open in the future to have storylines that explore that more. So yeah. Foreign Tea says it's snowy and icy here. Ooh, we had a little bit of snow in Seoul, but like it's super, super sunny. I had to like block out some of the light coming in here. Super sunny, but let me just check what the temperature is in Seoul at the moment. It is 0 degrees. Wait, let me update it. 7 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm not American. Okay. Did you enjoy the Sea and Blue concert in Sydney? How do you know that about me? This is what I was talking about. Some people here are just coming just from the webtoon and they don't know much about me. And then there's other people that maybe know everything about me because they're following the other stuff that I do. Yes, the Sea and Blue concert was really good. Can't remember that much of it. It was a while ago. A stuffed Hugh. Oh, that sounds that sounds really funny, Wayne. Especially in Australia because we use the word stuffed to also mean like broken or like bad. So yeah, a stuffed Hugh. Oh, so Laura said she was reading it on her tablet by the charges. Oh, you're behind. Laura, there's going to be some spoilers because like the latest episode is like upsetting. It's like the K-drama Arang and the Magistrate where the heroine is a virgin ghost. Have you seen? I haven't seen it, but I know this type of folklore comes up a lot in Korean dramas as well. It's very embedded in Korean culture, this type of ghost and that type of thing. Have you been reading any good books lately? I've been rereading the Outlander series because I watched the TV show because I really love time travel ones like that. And the first time I read the series, I really skipped through a lot because they're big books, but I've been rereading them and kind of enjoying it more now that I've seen the TV show. Yeah. Okay, so Joe was at the Sea and Blue concert in Sydney as well. Yeah, they were not organised for that concert. Okay. What is the advantage and disadvantage of moving to Seoul coming from the countryside living? Okay, definitely disadvantages and advantages. So disadvantages in Seoul, it's harder for me to get my references for background images of the webtoon. So I have like a supply of like photos I've taken in the countryside because all the backgrounds in the webtoon are real places in the village. So for a lot of them I'm using reference pictures and like this is a real place, but we haven't been back to the countryside in several weeks. So I'm like running out of like the images that I use for that to like use as a reference for drawing. But advantages for living in Seoul, of course, like convenience, all our friends are here, I can do so much more stuff. I'm actually more productive because we have our own apartment here and I have my own office, where in the countryside we're with my husband's parents and you're on somebody else's schedule, so that can be hard. Okay, in Canada, 1 a.m. right now. Yes, I'm sorry about the time difference, guys. Thank you for joining me. Oh, okay, so Fern T says it's -10 there. No. Have you seen the movie Arrival? I have not seen it, but I have heard good things about it. So, yeah. Oh, Hoju Sarah is here. My friend Sarah is here. She's another YouTuber. You're in. Okay, didn't pop up in your feed. Great, thank you, YouTube. Maybe your ghost can have a vacation in Seoul. Yeah, that would be really good. Maybe she could go to some K-pop concerts in Seoul because she would like that a lot. Okay. What was I gonna say? K-pop. If anybody's into K-pop, let me know who your favorite K-pop groups are. I'll let you know if I've seen them or anything like that. Many places to go said, I follow your My Korean Husband channel before moving to Korea and I've been living here for 2 years and never had the chance to meet you. Okay, I'm around. Like, you probably see my husband more than me. Like, everybody in Hongdae sees my husband all the time and recognizes him. But I'm definitely around and people do recognize us on the street. So yeah. How long does it normally take for you to draw an episode of your webtoon? It depends how long it is and how much I'm doing, but like at least 10 hours. At least 10 hours. Sometimes I can fit it into doing like just 1 day of working hard, but usually 2 or 3 days. Like, people don't realize how long it takes to do that type of stuff. Yeah. Okay, BTS and Block B. I've seen Block B in concert. Red Velvet. I was outside when there was a Red Velvet thing, but I didn't see them. M Black. Have not seen M Black. BTS and EXO. Alright, I have not seen BTS or EXO, but maybe we'll get tickets to BTS. I think they're doing a tour soon. So, yeah. Is Sarah at yours today? Sarah is on her way here, I think. Sarah might actually pop in and say hello if she comes in while we're still doing this. Okay, so you like Big Bang or 21? Are you sad about 21 breaking up? Oh, Rain. Is Rain still doing stuff? B, is he still doing stuff? I can't remember. Alright, Sarah's pulling into Hapjeong now. Thank you for telling everyone where we live, Sarah. It's okay, we've already said that. FT Island. Are FT Island still doing stuff? I don't know. Let me know. Blackpink is my favorite girl group right now. Yes, I really, really love Blackpink. Like, I'm usually not that into, like, Korean girl groups, but I really like Blackpink. Alright, does anyone else have comments, questions about the webtoon? Anything you'd like to know? Any secrets or anything like that that you want to know? Yeah. No, sorry, I turned the comment section into K-pop stuff. Sorry. Hang on a sec. I just need some water. What are you talking about, Sarah? Filmed a music video in South Bank? Rain did? I'm sorry for anybody here that doesn't know, like, Korean K-pop stuff. Ask me questions. Oh, how does Hugh feel about drawing him naked? Oh, he does not care. If he didn't want me to draw him naked, then he shouldn't be naked all the time. I think at the beginning, like years ago, when I would draw him naked, well, I'm not drawing his parts. It's a cartoon of him being naked. He'd be like, "Why are you doing it like that?" And I'd be like, "It's a literal representation." And now he doesn't care. Do your friends help you come up with ideas for your webcomic? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes people will be like, "Oh, you should do like this," or they give a sort of idea, or maybe they've heard some folklore like that. What program do you use to draw? I use a Syntec, like the drawing tablet like this, but I've been using like Open Canvas for a long time, and I transitioning to like Manga Studio, but it's really hard when I'm used to very simplistic programs and then changing to one where there's too many functions. It's hard. Okay. Oh, does Hugh have anything really about him or that he does that you're not allowed to draw? No, there's no limitations on drawing my husband. Like, I think I've really, really shown how he is sometimes. Yeah. Okay, advice on transitioning from traditional art to using a tablet. It's going to be really hard at first. If you're used to traditional art, it's very difficult for your body to adjust to using a tablet. It also depends on what type of tablet it is, because some are better than others, and also there's ones where you're drawing like this and you're looking at the screen, and there's others that are a screen and you're drawing like this. Those ones are easier, but they're usually more expensive, and it's just something you've got to do again and again and again until your body starts to adjust, and then you get used to doing digital art, and then you go back to doing traditional art and your finger will do like the muscle memory of like Control Z, which is undo. So I've gone back to traditional art to do paintings and stuff and made a mistake and been like Control Z, or Z if you're American, Control Z, and be like, oh wait, I can't do that because now I actually have to paint over it and do it again. Yeah. Do you think you would do a tutorial on how you design and create your comics? I would be really embarrassed to do a tutorial because there's so many great other artists and I'm so new to digital art, and if I did any type of tutorial, they're like, you're doing this wrong, or you could do it this way. So yeah. Okay, Weapon G asks, how far ahead do you have things planned in the story? I have a lot of vague ideas that I'm like, okay, later I'm going to explore that. But there's been some weeks where I've been days out and been like, I actually don't have an idea for the webtoon, because I've always got ones that are like way far ahead, or I want to do a story on this. But sometimes standalone episodes, like especially if I know I have limited time that week, I'm like, I need to do a more simple episode. It needs to be a standalone episode. And there's some times where it's like down to the wire of like, crap, I need to have something. Okay. Are there more selection in Korea like tablets? I think Korea, like for syntax and all that type of stuff, I think it's just the same anywhere, I guess. I'm really not sure about that. Also, Crystal Singh says, sometimes when I'm reading books, I try to hit Control F to find it. Okay, on my Kindle, I have, where is my Kindle? It's somewhere. But you know how if you're not sure what a word means and you look it up on the dictionary on the Kindle, like you hold down the word, I've tried to do that with real books. I'll have like a real book and I'll be like, I'm not sure what this word is, and I'll be like, oh no. Okay, so Laura asks, could Nicholalala become an animated cartoon? That is my ultimate dream. I would really, really love for it to be picked up to be like a kid's cartoon, because I think it's something that you can dub it in English or you can have it in Korean. And I wouldn't even mind if a lot of things were changed. I would just really love to have it made into like a cartoon like that. Do you get together with other webtooners, artists? I feel alone a lot of the time, because like I'm like on Twitter and stuff, I'm friends with a lot of other artists that are on the Webtoon app, but they're all in America. It's very bizarre because Webtoons is actually Korean. It started with as Naver Webtoons, which is like a big Korean company, and for like 10 years Webtoons have been very popular in Korea, and only 2 years ago they branched out like for English speaking audience. And that's when I started. So even though it's a Korean company and like my contract gets sent out like, you know, from Seoul, I'm on the English platform. So most people are in America. So it's kind of odd, because I really like, I've been to the Webtoon headquarters and everything, but actual English speaking artists are all in different countries. I'm sort of bizarre that it's a Korean company, I'm in Korea, but I don't meet other artists that much. So yeah, an animated cartoon would be awesome. That's like my long term goal. Yeah, I really want to start like a serious drama webtoon as well, but I want to work with another artist so they could do a lot of the actual art and I do more of the story writing. Because if you read any of those drama ones or the romance ones, you'll notice that it's often 2 or 3 people doing it. So I actually have a whole storyline for that again involves Korean folklore, but I'm just sort of waiting to see if I can find the right people to do that with. So yeah. Have you seen movies, dramas that have been developed from comics? Any ones that stood out? Yeah, a lot of Korean dramas they've come from the webtoons. What is it, like Orange Marmalade and some others like that. I can't remember. Sometimes I can't remember if they come from webtoons or not, but I know there's been some really good ones as well. Yes, Sexy Ghost. So somebody wants like a live action. Who would you cast in a live action? Oh, the Sexy Water Ghost. Okay, it would need to be a K-pop star for that role, for him. Oh, who is there? Top from Big Bang's too old now, I think. Sorry, Top. Needs to be someone, I don't know, maybe one of the EXO boys. Maybe. Needs to be somebody like that. Let me know who you think, like what K-pop star should play like the Sexy Water Ghost in like a live adaptation. Yeah. Oh, Crystal said she studied script writing in college. There's something else I wish I could go back in time and do as well. Do you write the script first before you draw, or you sometimes wing it? Both. For longer like story arcs and that, I have it planned out and I'll write a script for it. But there's some that are just standalone episodes where I'll just be like, oh, I have a vague idea, and it just comes together like that. Okay, someone said G-Dragon. I love G-Dragon, I really do. I'm just not sure if he would be right for the Sexy Water Ghost. I feel like Sexy Water Ghost has got to be quite taller and buffer. Yeah. oh, have we done the Bean Boozled challenge? I have avoided that so much. Like, we have hung out with other YouTubers and people will be like, why don't we do this challenge together? And I'll be like, how about we don't? I have avoided doing that challenge on YouTube. Yeah. Lay. I'm trying to remember what Lay looks like. I need to get updated on my K-pop. Leo from Vix. Maybe? Yeah. All good ideas. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Anybody else have any questions about the webtoon? His acting was pretty good. That's the funny thing. A lot of K-pop artists go into dramas and sometimes their acting is not great, but they bring in the fangirls to watch it. Sometimes they're good though. Do you storyboard on paper before you start to draw on the computer? Yes. I draw in a notebook first, but my drawings are very, very rough. Like, it would be like a circle as a head, but I know like what it is, but I have to visualize it in the panels first. So I do a storyboard first in a notebook, and then I do a script just in Word, and then I start from there. How do you stay organized, motivated when you work at home? Is it difficult to be your own boss? It's very difficult. And the reason why I stay motivated for the webtoon is that I have deadlines and I get a proper salary for that. And so that's the principal income that I get. So I'm very motivated to do the webtoons on time, but other work like the My Korean Husband comics or YouTube, it is very hard to be motivated for them sometimes. Yeah. What comics do you read or follow? I was literally just getting up to date with the Yumi Cells one. Does anybody, where is it? On Webtoon app. Yeah, this one here. This is the one I've been really, there we go. This is the one I've been enjoying at the moment. I'm a little bit behind on like Winter Woods and some other ones, but this is the one I'm up to date. What other ones do you guys read on the app or on the site? Let me know. Did Hugh actually draw his takeover? Yes, that was his style of drawing, and then I sort of traced it in over what he did for that episode. Yes. Okay, Crystal says I had to do storyboards in school and I can't draw people, so everyone was stick figures. Yeah, well, sometimes they're stick figures for me as well. Nicholas, sexy water ghost Bobby. I think, yeah, Bobby's body from Icon I think would be perfect. I don't know if his face suits it. Like, I love his face. I'm not sure if his face suits it, but his body definitely. Yeah. I'm surprised you're not paid for My Korean Husband comic. That's my fave. I guess, like, we get a little bit of money just from, like, Google AdSense for that. But because that's all just self-published, it's not something you get a lot of money for. We do have comics coming out in more book form soon, finally, so that will bring in income. But yeah, the Nicholalala Webtoon is like a proper salary for me, and YouTube and other comics is just like little bits of things like that. Bobby! How do I watch your webtoons? I see them on Instagram, but I never find where the webtoons are. Okay, so go to webtoons.com, or you can download the Webtoons app. And I'm in the Slice of Life section. And so what webtoons are a scrolling comic like this. Like that. So that's like the latest episode, and you can see them there. And I think I'm up to, what am I up to? Like 88? I've done 88 Nicholalala Webtoons. Yeah. Oh, somebody like Safi the One-Eyed Cat. That's so cute. Oh, okay. Somebody said they just read the episode and came over. Let me know what you thought of the latest episode. Tell me your feelings. Oh, you felt bad about yourself because it's already guy. I'm really sorry. I debated about whether using that line because I'm like, I don't want to offend people, but at the same time, that was the kind of twist because people thought he was a ghost hunter or he was a demon or something like that. I don't want it to be like, no, this is like real life, you know, people break your heart. People are ordinary people and they just break your heart. So I'm sorry, ordinary guys. No, I wasn't offended. Okay, good. So do you have ideas for other webtoons? You mentioned more serious ones. Yes, definitely I will give you like a sneak peek of like the drama one that I want to do. It's to do with ghosts as well, and it's still to do with the Korean countryside, but much longer, serious webtoon. Like, I've started script writing for that, but I really don't know when. Like I said, I kind of need a team to kind of do this one, so need to meet the right people. But there is real folklore, real ghost stories in our village. If you've noticed the river is a real thing there. The river is like that. And there is folklore about soldiers can be seen, ghosts of soldiers can be seen crossing the river at night sometimes, at certain times of the month, and that type of thing. So that is real folklore from that village that the old people talk about there. So I really want to take that idea of these ghosts, I mean, like maybe from the Indian Wars in Korea, so like 400 years ago, these ghost soldiers that are trapped in a loop crossing the river again and again. So that's part of my idea. Yeah. Yeah, I've been wishing a sexy water ghost Bobby for ages. Pinocchio. What about Pinocchio? Oh, Laura said I'd be so scared walking there at night. Yeah, sometimes it can be scary in the village, but I don't get as scared as other people get, which is really weird because in Australia, I am terrified of convict ghosts. I'm terrified of like Australian folklore or like indigenous folklore and like the convict past of Australia. But in Korea, there's so much sort of ghostly stuff going on, but I feel like I'm a foreigner and they're not going to do anything to me. I'm fine, la 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 la. So I walk around the village at night, whereas like my husband will be like, this is really scary. Yeah. Oh yeah, Laura says she's a chicken. Oh, because you said he's a real boy. Yeah, Pinocchio, that's right. Yeah, wants to be a real boy. No, June, the character June's definitely human. He's not Pinocchio. I'm more scared of Australian bugs. Yeah, I'm really not scared of insects in Australia. Always, like, if there's cockroaches or something, always I'd be the one to kill them, where my husband Hugh would be very, very scared of them. Yeah. It doesn't help that everything in Australia wants to kill you, so I'm sure the ghosts are really scary. Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, I'm directly descended from convicts. Like, I have a direct line to one of the convicts that lived the longest once in Australia. She was 15 when she got sent out to Australia on the first fleet. So the first European convicts that came to Australia is one of my ancestors. I don't know if that makes it scarier or not. Is it scarier if ghosts are your ancestors? Let me know while I drink this water because my mouth is dry. Is there anybody else who's Australian that has convict ancestors, or the US, because you had convicts as well? That's why they started sending them to Australia, because the US was like, don't send any more convicts, so they were like, oh, we'll send them to Australia then. Yeah. For next Halloween, dress you as a kangaroo. Okay, I always thought the female ghost you draw was inspiration from a ghost you saw in the countryside. Have you seen a ghost in Korea? Oh, you know what? I swear I saw a ghost at the YG Entertainment building recently, because we live right near YG Entertainment. And the other night, I was walking past, and I just saw this figure out of the corner of my eye, and I turned and it wasn't there anymore, and that was really creepy. But yeah, the ghost, the Gwishin character, is a very sort of standard Korean idea of a ghost. So, if somebody was to draw a ghost in Korea, that's kind of what they look like. Yeah. It could be a curse carries generation. Okay, so Tapeside says, if my ancestor was a ghost, it would be cool because I like to watch over stuff. Yeah, unless your ancestor was a murderer or something. Mine weren't, actually. My convicts' ancestors, like, just stole small things and that's it. They weren't really bad like that. But I don't know, if you have some convict ancestors, they might have been murderers. Oh, New Zealander. Hi, neighbour. Yeah. Hi. Except I'm in Korea at the moment. Good old Aussie history. YG Ghost. Yeah, seriously. I don't, like, somebody should search, was there a trainee that died or something at YG? Because I swear I saw a ghost there. Does drawing ghosts and giving them personalities make them less scary to you? Definitely. Like, I used to be such a scaredy cat about ghosts and stuff, especially in Australia. But the more I write stories about it, the more I draw things, the less scared I get. So, yes. Past trainee. Okay, I'm already getting scared. Okay, yeah, maybe, like, that should be something that comes into the webtoon or something else. Like, K-pop trainees that die. Yeah. I was already thinking about that, about having the Guishin, because as you know, her heart is totally broken now. If she has another love interest, maybe it will be a dead K-pop star or something, because after she had her heart broken, she needs to move on to somebody better. And I do want her to have, like, a long-term love interest. I don't want her to have her heart broken constantly. Okay. Wait, Sexy Water Ghost is the YG Ghost. Except Sexy Water Ghost can't leave the water, so I don't know. YG Ghost and Guishin, I ship it. The twerking ghost. Oh no. I really don't know if I could draw somebody twerking. That would be really hard. But yeah, what do you guys think? Okay, so if you've seen the latest episode, make sure, because this is spoilers in this chat, and this is like secrets, and this is stuff that I don't say in other places. Let me know, like, should the Guishin be with a dead K-pop star or something like that? Are we going to find out more about the past of ghosts and monsters? Yes, there's so many things that I know in my head, but I don't bring it out yet. I'm like, I don't know how long I'm doing this webtoon for, so I will just, keep doing it and use that stuff later. So I don't want to give the past away too much at the moment. Yeah. Hang on, I need some water. And some lip gloss. Wait, where is my lip gloss? Is Foreigner Ghost still around? Yes, he is. Foreigner Ghost isn't around too much because he's really hard to draw. So he's got like his whole, like old-fashioned clothes. So sometimes I'm lazy and I'll be like, he could be in this episode. But I don't feel like drawing him today. So I'm sorry about that. If I think of some really good things for him, because I'm trying to make more and more characters that I can just drop in whenever I want, just to change things up a bit. But if I think of a good storyline for him, I will do it. So yeah. Be with Bobby's great-great-grandpa who died young. Spin-off series, Guishin and YG Ghost in Seoul, yeah. Is your hubby gonna have more episodes where he draws silly pics because I enjoyed his art? Yeah, maybe I can. Some people, like, Hugh is not good at drawing, but a lot of people really like how he draws stuff, so yeah. Do you use Australian writing in your webtoon? A lot of my favourite authors are Australian, but I'm American, so I feel like a lot of sayings go over my head. Occasionally I have, but I do try to make my English more just sort of standard English. I know a lot of people are reading it and English is their second language, so I try not to be too Australian. Maybe a tragic accident near the village that brings a K-pop star ghost to Guishin. Someone sweet and clumsy. Yeah, I've still got to think about this, guys. If the Guishin's going to be with a K-pop star, I need to think about how this is going to happen. Yeah. What's Hugh up to today? He's just in the other room. I think he was watching the politics on the news. So yeah, not anything that exciting. I bet there are ghosts of Japanese and American soldiers too. Seriously, and ghosts of Australian soldiers, because like in the Korean War, there were Australians. Like there was not as much as Americans, but there was Australian soldiers like in the 1950s, 1950 to 1953, and I've seen photos of that, and it's very bizarre to me as an Australian living in Korea and then seeing photos of Australian soldiers like in the 50s in Korea. It's bizarre. love triangle with your convict ancestor. Would you really like the convict ancestor? I don't know. Are you watching any dramas right now? No. I think in one of the live chats on our other channel we saw the first few episodes of the Lee Min-ho drama and just laughed at it. So yeah, Australian soldiers, like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I need to do something with Australian soldiers in the webtoon. There's so many ideas all the time. Like, I'm not running out of ideas. It's just trying to get like all these different tangles of ideas and making them into something. Okay, Weapon G says save foreigner ghost for later. Yeah, he's sort of like, he's someone that's going to come up later. He's going to be in other ones, but it needs to be the right setting for him. Okay, so you can make it real dark. K-pop Ghost had recently debuted inside the game popularity because of crazy touring, no sleep. The group was in a car crash and he died. That is too real, especially in Korea, because there's so many car accidents with K-pop stars and that type of stuff. But I mean, maybe I'll go that way. Yeah, I don't know. Awesome, you have so many ideas. Yeah. Also, like, if I can't even talk, but if you have like creative block, I find that the best way is to not think about it and go do something else. So I'll go watch a movie, I'll go for a walk. Like, sometimes just having a shower, you get like shower thoughts and you're like, that's it. I always have ideas. It's just the putting it into a comic form. And because mine's not a drama, it's still slice of life. So it still needs to fit into that category. It can't just be like, this is a really big serious drama. So it's finding ideas, fitting it into the category, and then fitting it into, like, I usually do somewhere between 10 to 20 panels. So fitting it into the panels like that. Yeah. Oh, before I go, I just wanted to say I love reading Webtoon. It's so enjoyable. I recommend it to my friends. Thank you so much. Yeah. Have a nice day. Yes, have a nice day. I don't know if it was night where you are, but have a nice day. Yes. Yeah, Eureka. That's right. Shower thoughts. That's right. Definitely having a shower helps with the process, the creative process. Let me know if you do something creative. What do you do if you have like that creative block and you don't know what you can do? Is it easier to do the cartoon now since you've been doing it for a while? Yeah, definitely. And my art style has changed a little bit. Like, if you look at the first few episodes, the characters look quite different. And I was still working it out. And now it's very easy and natural for me to draw those shapes and those characters. It's just second nature. But like the first 20 episodes, I was still finding out how I wanted to do it and what felt natural. I remember watching Simon and Martina when they lived in Seoul, complaining about crazy Korean drivers who drove on sidewalks and ignored pedestrians. Yeah, Korean traffic is crazy sometimes. I know a lot of other countries are worse, but you would think Korea would be a little bit safer with traffic, but really not. And like, you don't have to wear a seatbelt in the back seat, which is really bizarre. Like in Australia, you have to always be everybody in the car has to be wearing a seatbelt, and like the police will pull you over and be like, this person's not wearing a seatbelt, here's like a $200 fine. But in Korea, hardly anyone's wearing seatbelts, and that's why I know it's really weird for international fans when they see K-pop stars doing stuff and the K-pop stars don't have a seatbelt on, because they're just not thinking about it, because they don't have, like, it's not in the culture yet to do it, even though they're trying to change it. Okay, so Beth says, for inspirations, I usually sleep on it. My dreams bring me some of the best plot. Yes, sleeping on it as well really helps. Sometimes I have dreams. Yeah, Weapon G says, I usually change my surroundings to help with creative blocks. Yes, definitely changing your surroundings. Drinking a glass of water. Not that. Shower, sleeping, all those things really help with creativity. I like that your webtoons are focused around the countryside. It seems like everyone is so obsessed with Seoul nowadays, they forget how beautiful and peaceful the country is. Love your vlogs too. Thank you. Yeah, and even though I'm in Seoul now, I still, like, I don't want to move the webtoon to Seoul. I just still want it to be in the countryside because, yeah, a lot of people are very obsessed with Seoul, and a lot of people don't see the countryside. And the countryside culture in Korea is very, very different to Seoul, you know? So I think more people sort of need to experience more of that. Yeah. Okay, Sarah says the traffic in Korea has gotten way better in the last... Yeah, Sarah lived here years and years ago, so it's getting better, but it's still, like, you gotta watch out for the motorbikes on the sidewalk that will, like, knock you over. Yeah. Oh, and when I need to jumpstart my creativity, I tell someone to tell me the first thing that comes to mind, and I write a story about it like potato. They write stories about potatoes. Okay, Crystal Singh says, when I'm feeling overwhelmed or burned out, I try to find a quiet place away from people so that I can organize my thoughts. Anything like a change of pace helps. Yes, when we were still living in the countryside, I would ride my bike around. And that was very inspirational because it's literally the setting of where my webtoon is. So I'm in nature, there's so many different things to see and like little hidden things. There's so many ghost houses in our village as well. Like, so much of our village in the countryside is old people, and so many houses are just left abandoned and falling down. And there's ones where, like, literally my husband has a ghost story about that house, or when he was a boy he saw a ghost here. So yes. Yes, your webtoon backgrounds are good. Thank you. Any chance the webtoon will visit any coastal areas of Korea? Oh, I would really love that. Actually, there's a vlog on this channel where we went to the... there's dinosaur footprints, so there's a dinosaur museum, but the coastline is really beautiful, and it's one of the places where they have all the dinosaur footprints, like, on the coast, like that. It was such a beautiful area. I think Sarah is here. Sarah, who's in the comment section. Sarah, are you here? Sarah? Not Sarah? Is Sarah here? Okay, nobody answer me. Okay, thank you. Dinosaur ghost. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Like, yeah, why can't there be dinosaur ghosts? Okay, good idea. I'll have to quote you. I'll be like, Weapon G, this is, like, credited to you. How far is Hughes Village from the coast? About 40 minutes, I think. So we're not that far from the coast, but Hugh's parents don't have a car and we don't have a car in the countryside, so it was kind of like hard to like go to the coast. I really, really love the coast and like the smell of the sea air and everything like that, so yeah. Come in and say hi. You got to jump over the bed though.
Wait, look at what's on here.
No, Inception.
Very graceful entry. Just look at this. It's in.
This is Hoju Sarah. So she is here.
I stopped to. I got you bread.
Yes.
This is like from like a French bakery, so it should be good.
Real bread.
They opened up like 3 days ago.
Wow, that looks awesome. Yeah, I'm probably just going for another 10 minutes or so. So come join. Look how white we look. Is that better? No, you can stay here. Yeah, everyone's saying hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Dynamic
I've just
duo.
been being annoying on the comments for like the last like half hour.
Are we a bit like the light is a bit?
Hang on, we can check.
Is it okay?
Wait, I just slid off screen. Nope.
We're a little bit
I think
white.
it's alright. I'm always I think I've blown out the proportion because I'm so pale. Are we really pale, guys?
Yeah. Are we like ghosts now? Actually, we are really ghosts. This is the big reveal. We are both ghosts. Convict Australian ghosts.
But hang on. Hey, did you see Sarah in a music video? Wait, what? Weapon G?
Were you in a music video?
Not that I know of.
Look-alike.
What? What's this one?
Hoju Sarah is pale. Goes like, yeah, she's a ghost.
I am so pale.
Yeah,
all the time.
I don't know the lights. Like we have.
Did it get
lights.
like You were fine when I was watching it. Did I just blow it out?
I think so. We're literally just turning into ghosts now.
Oh yeah, white it out. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. This is just the end of the. We'll just go for another 10 minutes or so, and yeah. You can talk while I put my lips are really dry. And I want to put lip gloss on.
Actually, I just got a really good lipstick from Etude House. I never buy anything from Etude House because it's really it's all pink, all the packaging, and it's like, and so that kind of like turns me off. But the lipstick's really good. It's like better than the NARS ones, and they're expensive. Wait,
if you put a piece of white paper, I don't have white paper.
Just put my face in front of it. Tissue work?
There's a tissue. Will a tissue work?
Let's try.
And let's see if it helps.
White balance away. Do you reckon that's enough?
Okay.
Nah. Still pale.
This is like white girl promo, so we're just gonna be...
Oh wait, it was JD Palmer Legend Queensland official story envy. What? I did some work with Tourism Queensland.
Did they put you in something and you don't know?
Well, they did like a barbecue, and so there was 2 Korean like social media actors that came to Queensland, and so I hosted them.
Look at your face here.
Oh yeah, I'm so pale. I'm so sorry. I need to like move back. Maybe I'm in too much in the light. Hang on, there we go.
If we move back, how is that?
That's better.
Is that better?
I think that's better. No, I can't read it.
Awesome if you fade it out or levitate it as you're ending. Oh, okay, I need to do that.
You work on that. I'm gonna Google. How did you find that Weapon G? I didn't even know that was a thing. Queensland Story official.
Okay,
I'm gonna Google it.
Sarah's Googling herself. Is your water tap water or do you drink bottled water? Bottled water in Korea, like, even though I think technically our apartment is certified for like drinking water, sometimes the water comes out a bit brown, so I'm like, no.
Yeah, so the pipes might be like rusty.
Yeah. Koreans usually drink bottled water.
Yeah, it was David McGuinness. Oh wait, here it is. Oh, that uploaded 3 hours ago. How did you get that Weapon G? They didn't even tell me that they were uploading that.
You show up in a few shortcuts. I like your makeup, both. Thank you.
Turn the music off. Why is that still so loud? How do I...
Thanks, Sarah.
Sorry, I'm just watching a video. Just, guys, Tourism Queensland if you're interested. I didn't know they were making a music video out of that. There you go.
So for people that don't know Sarah has a YouTube channel that you were Seoul Sarang, but now you're Hoju Sarah.
Yes.
And you do your videos in Korean.
Yep.
So, yes.
Yeah, I put English subtitles on those, so if you guys are curious, there's...
Nicola looks okay, Sarah's still pale.
God.
This is my literal ghost friend.
I'm about as pale as you can get. Like, in Australia, it's funny, because in Australia, everyone's like, stand next to me in photos, Sarah, because it's like, they look tan, and Australians want to look tan.
Yeah.
But in Korea, my friends are all like, don't stand next to me, because I make them look tan, and and a lot of Koreans want to be quite pale.
Yeah,
so.
It's like the opposite of what people want.
Yeah, it's like the exact opposite. So in Australia, everyone wants to stand next to me in a photo, but no one does in Korea.
Let me see if there's any more connotes
about the bottled water.
Yeah.
Oh, they're subscribed to the channel for music videos. That's so cool, Weapon G. Thanks for letting me know.
Weapon G is like here for like every live stream.
Yeah, I've seen your name quite a few times. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Marco.
Marco, hello.
Sarah, I feel you. I look dead.
Okay, this is what happens when I don't wear makeup. I wear makeup and someone's like, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sick? Are you really tight?" I'm like, no. This is just my face.
This is just me.
I have to put makeup on, otherwise I look like a dead person.
Please explain it. Oh no, it's not Soju Sarah. It's Hoju Sarah. So in Korean, Hoju means Australia.
Yeah.
And also my name's Sarah in Korean. You'd say it like Sara, which can also mean to live. So Hoju Sara means to live in Australia, or living in Australia, and then also means Australian Sarah, which is sort of cool.
Yeah, it's like also, means 2 meanings like that.
And
you were both beautiful. Thank you, Crystal Sings. Crystal Sings, is that Crystal your real name, or is that just like your icon thing? Let me know. Is your name actually Crystal?
Also, did you get the huge water bottles like they have for offices? Like not those ones, but a lot of houses have like built-in filters.
Yeah.
Or you just buy like just a big bottle of water.
Yeah. So a lot of people have the Colway. You know how was it 2 p.m. did that?
Oh, is it the because they like hook it up to the thing, to the water, but like, then it tap, but it's got a big tower and it filters it
and it has ice and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we just get like this type of bottle of water. Yeah,
most of my friends get that, but No one can afford.
We're so
I'm so
wise.
sorry, I gotta sit back here. But yeah, most of my friends just buy the bottled water because they can't afford like a filter. But I was in an Airbnb recently and they had this really fancy like LG one. It could be like 120 mils and it would like come out exactly. And...
I know, there's such some Korean houses that will just like literally have the tea as water, so they boil it as a tea and they just drink it like from a jug like that.
I love that.
And then other Korean places have like the fanciest like space age water thing like that.
Yeah, I like the space age
Are you
waters.
fluent in Korean, Nicola? No.
I don't think anyone ever gets fluent in Korean, to be honest. Like, I feel like with a second language, you never feel fluent. Like, you could be the most fluent person, and they'd probably still be like, I've got so much to learn.
한국말 잘 못해요, which means I don't speak Korean well. Someone said, what a clever channel name.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, so Crystal says been meaning to post videos of singing, but never had time to film. This is like the majority of my friends are like, I'm gonna start YouTube, and then I don't have time to do it, and they don't do it. Like my brother is like, yeah, I'm starting YouTube. Do you want some water?
Oh no, I'm right now. I'm just got a cough. But that's the thing as well, because a lot of people say they'll start it, and the hardest thing is starting it, because no one pays you at the beginning. I still like we still don't even really make money off YouTube. Let's be honest. And no one forces you to work, so it's like you really have to kind of self-motivate for that. So yeah, like if you want to do it, just do it. Just and be okay with the fact that videos aren't going to be great at the beginning. Like.
And it's better, like, in the beginning to not have many people watching, because then you can do whatever you want and there's no pressure. So, like, that I always just tell people, just start.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if it's,
whatever.
like, just your mum watching. Like, Okay, any last questions about the webtoon? And we'll start wrapping things up, but it's been really...
Start rapping.
Our awkward white girl
GD!
rap. Hey, yo, finally!
JYP!
Drumming brother, I saw him... I have two brothers. So one has a YouTube channel already, which he doesn't upload enough to, but drumming brother. But my other brother is a mechatronics engineer, and he's very clever with... engineering type stuff, and he wants to start a YouTube channel as well.
No way.
Yeah, so it's like showing how he does robotics and stuff as well.
That's a really good market too.
Yeah.
For sponsors as well.
Yeah, so both my brothers will be on YouTube, I think. So yeah,
that'd be cool. YouTube family.
Crystal said thanks for the advice. Yeah.
It's like, Weapon G. Does Sarah have any thoughts on the webtoon?
It's terrible.
I actually, because originally Hugh contacted me on Facebook, not Facebook, on like through comments or something. But before that, I actually had been reading Nicola's cartoons.
My Korean husband ones.
Yeah, My Korean on the website for like at least a year. I'm going to say maybe 2.
Wow.
And so before even like knowing that you guys did YouTube, I always like went back. You know, I remember because I think I was still working at Noodlebox when I was doing them.
Noodlebox.
How long have you been doing the comics for?
My Korean husband comics have been since 2012, and the webtoon's been since last year.
Yeah, because I think maybe it was near the beginning then, because I remember reading them and I really liked how you portrayed, like, this is funny saying it like next year, but I really liked how she portrayed interracial and intercultural couples, and because sometimes you see people and they really kind of like fantasize it and they make it something that it isn't, and I like that hers was really honest and she showed the positive things and she showed the things that you might have a hard time with, and I like that realistic but positive view of it. I thought that was really, really cool.
Thank you. Sarah
That's not the webtoon I love.
Yeah.
I think the webtoon is like awesome that you've like...
Thank you.
And you can do something now that's like purely online as well. I think that's such a cool thing.
And like having digital comics are like really taking off. It's a really cool thing.
Because you
mentioned that you want to do some comics and stuff.
Yeah, I've done that thing. I'm going to start a YouTube channel.
I'm going to start a webtoon.
It's just something like meeting you. It kind of reminded me of something I'd forgotten, because I used to draw little comics all the time, and I always loved doing it. And I was like, why didn't I pursue that? And it's the sort of thing where you're like, I don't know why I stopped. And it was like, if I could teach myself maybe how to do something on a tablet, that could be
and
very cool.
Also on the webtoon platform, they have the I think it used to be called Challenge League, but it's called Discover, and so it's a platform where you can upload your webtoon, and they do sort of pick people occasionally from there to then transition as a full featured paying artist. So you don't necessarily have to have your own blog or website. You can upload directly onto that. So anybody can. So you can have a place there to do it and start getting a following like
That's
that.
so cool.
So
I like how they're promoting it. Have you seen the YG ghost there? No, I've seen a lot of fans outside that building though.
They're
fans and
ghosts.
kittens.
Yeah, there's cats around the YG building. Yeah. Oh, hello from the Czech Republic. You're a great artist. I love reading your copy. Thank you.
Lovely.
I'm not
Can't
sure
even
how
read
this
that.
thing, yeah.
No, I'm going to offend everyone if I do it.
I know, we're kind of, because we moved back, we're further away from
I know,
the
and
screen.
I keep going forward because I can't, I've got contacts in but I can't read.
Are you legally allowed to use real Korean boy bands in your webtoons without asking them, or do they get upset?
Ooh.
I used Icon before in one, which I think it's fine to sort of use like that.
Refer to them.
But like an ongoing character, I think I'd have to make up a fake K-pop group. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay, good night, Dora. Okay, any last questions? Last questions. I think we've just gone over an hour. So
Ooh, wow. That goes so quickly.
I know, it does. Like, live streams are just like this. And I always want to keep talking, but I could be here for like 3 hours just talking.
They're really good. I've never done them before, like, until we did ours.
Yeah. What level? Oh, you want to go?
I was going to say, I'm going to spruik. We're going to do a live stream on Thursday night on my channel with, like, Hugh and Sophie and Han if they want to be in it as well.
Yeah. So check out on
cool
Sarah's one. We're doing all the live streams at the moment.
Yeah,
okay. What level of drawing skill do you need to start drawing a webtoon? You really do not need a high level at all, because I think webtoons, the story is most important. So we've all seen comics that are literally stick drawings, but what the dialogue is funny. Or and you're like,
stuff.
I relate to that. Like, and then sometimes you see like webtoons or comics or comic series, and the artwork is beautiful and you can see how much they put into it, but if the story's not engaging, then maybe you don't come back to it. So I think the lowest skill of drawing, you can start doing a webtoon.
And like also sometimes if you've got a really bad style but it's bad in a certain way,
it
like
can be
really charming. I've seen some really funny comics and they're not good drawers, but it's just the way they do it, because it's so stylized, it's really funny. And I'm like, so if you kind of mucked around and maybe got into that.
Yeah, mucked around. It's some Aussie slang for you. What was your favourite fairy tale growing up? We had one of the original Cinderella stories where the stepsisters cut off their toes and their heels, and then the birds pecked their eyes out. I enjoyed that one.
No.
Do you want to have some water, Sarah? Have some water. Have some. Oh wait, there's this much water.
No, I'm alright. I just like, I was sick before and now the cough just won't go, so I'm just taking all the medicine.
Okay, fake K-pop group names would be a good topic for
that would be funny.
Let me know if you want to do it again on this channel.
It needs acronyms like
P-T-O-P,
like stop, and it's like seriously talented, overly popular or something.
All the questions are coming in now as we're
there's so many, yeah.
Where did you learn to draw for webtoons? I've always done art, and so I did traditional art, and landscapes and that type of thing was my forte. So I've had to teach myself how to do more cartooning style in the past few years. So, yeah. Oh, me too. I used to carry around the original Grimm's books since I was 8. Yeah, there's like, those original fairy tales were really disturbing.
I didn't read them. Too scared.
What equipment do you need to do a webtoon tech-wise? You just need a drawing tablet, and drawing tablets prices range from about $80 to $5,000. So just get whatever fits into your price range. And so there's some where you draw and you're looking at the screen and you're not looking at the tablet, and there's others that are a screen and you're drawing on the tablet like that. So there's tablets for all sort of like levels, and if you're starting out, I recommend just get like a Wacom.
Sorry.
Like the brand Wacom, one of their tablets, they've got some really cheap, simple ones, and just start out like that. Yeah.
Wacom. I say Wacom.
Yeah, I don't actually know how to say it.
No, neither do I. I mispronounce nearly everything though, so probably best not be going by my way.
Yeah, true. I'd rather read a funny worded webtoon than a beautiful but boring one. Yeah.
Yep.
I really think there should be a balance there.
Because it's more, if it's just about the art, well then you may as well just do like painting or like digital art or something.
Yeah, just like do like a painting of a landscape or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to put so much effort into it as well, you wouldn't be able to get them out that often either if it took that long.
I think that's the other thing people need to think about is if you're wanting to do a webtoon, is it has to fit into your schedule of how much you can do. So sometimes I would do very simple backgrounds because I literally don't have the time to do a complex background. So, you know, things always seem better in your head, and then actually the logistics, that's what I'm trying to say, logistics of doing something can be quite different, so that's something you've got to take into consideration.
I like that though. I like comics to be more simple. Like, you don't, when it's overwhelmed, it's just like, you know, no need for that. Yeah. All right. I think we answered, unless the comment section's delay. I think did we answer all those. What products do you use for your hair? I think I just used some Australian. No, somebody sent me a no frizz one from the US. Might be that Fructus no frizz one. I don't use it.
Helps, yeah.
I'm really bad with hair. I just wash it. I don't even brush it. Wash it every 3 days, and then you'll have hair as lovely as me. You don't take hair advice. I no idea. Also, because it's cold at the moment, it's not humid here, so that like when it gets humid, my hair is just humid, like really like frizzy and flat, if that's possible. Like most of it's flat, a little bit frizzy.
Just some fluff there.
Bit,
how do you earn money from having a webtoon? Okay, you have to be signed up to like select as an artist. So Webtoons, which is technically a Korean company, but this is their international platform, they select artists and you get paid a proper salary to produce a webtoon once a week, twice a week, depending on what your contract is. And there's bonus and incentive payments as well, but it's a normal salary that you get. So that's how their platform works. I think there's a few other platforms that is more like people have a Patreon, or they have like there's advertising how many people view the webtoon. I get a flat salary. So Webtoon's platform is really good for that, and that's why a lot of people want to be picked up as an artist there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nightmare Factory is really that one's really good as well. Are your characters you use now your first try on drawing them, or did it take a while to refine those characters? A few times sort of drawing them, but pretty much just almost straight away just refining a little bit. Yeah. Do you dye your hair? Yes, I dye mine. I dye mine blonder than it is. I'm too lazy to dye. I do anything hair. I like get one haircut a year. I got 2 this year, which is really big for me. So everyone's round of applause for that. Good job. Taking care of yourself. Okay, last question. Do you get paid more if people interact on your webtoon? Yes, there is incentive payments. So the much bigger people, like people that get thousands of likes, everything, they get an incentive payment on their normal salary. So if you like and comment more, then it's better for me, because my webtoon's just sort of one of the smaller ones. I'm not one of the really popular ones. So yeah, it's good if you do more stuff on there. Okay, let us know what hair dye is it. Just blonde they do. You're loving the hair. Do you bring it from Australia? No, I go to a salon in Hongdae. Oh, and they do it. Cool. Yeah. I don't know about hair. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for now. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully we can do this again. Maybe, I don't know if weekly, but maybe kind of weekly when the episode goes up. I can like turn this on and you can tell me what you think. So that would be bi-monthly. Okay, see you guys. Bye. 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 Oh, I need to go over here. Bye.